Welcome to Cross Transformation. It's Maryam here, and in this video we want to explore how much toxicity is too much. In other words, we want to talk about how much are you willing to put up with. Why am I asking this question? Because I know that many of us act out of fear because of our childhood trauma. You see, we tend to avoid, ignore, or assume that somehow toxic people know where we stand, what our needs are, and where our boundaries are, where they end and we begin. But guess what? In most cases, they don't know. So we want to come out of fear, meaning that we don't want to dwell on fear, assuming that that toxic ex, that narcissistic ex who I'm sharing a child with, knows where I stand concerning my boundaries. They don't know. Look, in most cases, they could be resentful of your new life. They could be resentful of those past events. So by sitting in assumptions, you're not communicating what matters to you. You're not communicating where they end and you begin. Boundaries. You see, today, I want to encourage us to communicate clearly, especially when dealing with toxic people, including narcissists. They don't know, they don't want to know, and they don't get it. We must reinforce healthy boundaries again and again. Now, from my perspective, personal experience, if you're dealing with a narcissist, do you really need to invest more of your time and energy in them, repairing a dysfunctional relationship by yourself over and over again? That's just my perspective, having had a handful of narcissistic relationships. But let's say you're sharing a child with a narcissistic ex. Have you communicated healthy boundaries? Have you reinforced your boundaries? You see, by ignoring their messages, by not standing up for yourself, by not speaking up for yourself, you're not resolving issues. You're not solving problems. You're just repeating the pattern with them. It's very hard to stand your ground when you're dealing with a toxic person, because what they want you to do is to suppress yourself. But I want to encourage us, you to stand up for yourself, meaning that communicate your boundaries, communicate what you put up with and how much you put up with. I've had situations where people would say, well, I'm sharing a child. I'm afraid of them harming my child. But hang on a minute, that's just to be in fear, to dwell on fear, to act out of fear. What about your journey? What about your destiny? What about your life? You must stand your ground for your own well-being, because you matter. And you know, the truth is, these people are toxic enough to harm anybody, including that child, through different ways. So when you stand up for yourself, at least you get to experience freedom from within, because finally you have allowed yourself to say no to a narcissist, to a toxic individual. Don't hold back. When you don't communicate, it doesn't mean that you're acting out of love or you're centered in love. It only means that fear doesn't allow you to move forward on your journey. You're still trapped in that narcissistic relationship, manifested in a different form. Not speaking your truth, not setting healthy boundaries. Is that what you truly want in life? Is that your value? Not to speak up, not to speak your truth. So I want to encourage us to come out of fear and to ask yourself this question: how much am I willing to put up with? When you don't communicate with a narcissistic ex, you're still in that narcissistic relationship. That's the truth of the situation. You have blocked yourself from abundance, from unconditional love, from allowing abundance to stream into your life. But you know what? You're so worthy of stepping into who you truly are, embracing your truth. So speak up. Let those words out. Speak your truth. There is power in your truth. There is power in realizing who you truly are, including the abundance that you deserve, including the loving relationship that you deserve. So if you haven't done the work, setting healthy boundaries with toxic people, including narcissists or a narcissistic ex, it is time to stand up for yourself, to stand your ground, regardless of their opinion, the outcome, and what they think about you. You deserve to thrive. You see, your truth doesn't put up with red flags, with bad behaviors. So why don't you line up with who you truly are, the consciousness that you are, not your identity, not that name that is attached to your consciousness. There is fear in our identity, but your consciousness is free and you are that consciousness. So step up for yourself, speak your truth, set healthy boundaries. Say no to abuse, say no to toxicity in a way that is alignment with peace, your truth, that unconditional love within you. Hopefully you'll find this video helpful, guys. Take a deep breath in. You're so worthy. You're so worthy of love. Look after your precious soul. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.